Greetings, friend. I will show you how to solve this puzzle from round 6 of the Sudoku Grand Prix without pencil marks. I'm going to give you a few tips, some tricks, some strategies that'll cut your solve time down and the amount of marks you need to make. Click below if you want to give it a go, and with that, it's solving time. Okay, first thing you want to draw your attention to, you got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 up here, right? So there's creating a lot of restriction. You got another 3 right here. So you know that the possibilities for these two cells can't be that much, right? So what could be in this cell right here, right? It can't be a 1, 2, or 3. It can't be a 4, 5, or 6. It can't be a 7 or 9. So we can solve this cell for an 8. And you have something similar going on down here. You got this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got a 1, 8, 2. Whenever you have 5 candidates looking at a cell this way, and you got another 3 different candidates here, that means 8 different candidates are looking at this cell. It means we can actually solve that. This is a naked single. The only candidate that's not looking at it is a 9. We can solve that right away. And then the next thing you want to see is that we're creating quite a bit of restriction right here in column 6, right? So we added this 8. You have a 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. We need a 1, 4, 5, 6. Well, I got a 4 and a 6 here and a 5. So this has to be your 1. And then with this 4 and 6, we know this is going to be your 5. And so now we only have 2 possibilities here. We can't solve those yet, but we're making a lot of progress here in this part of the puzzle. Now you can kind of look here. You got these 2 7s and this 7. We're going to switch to cross-hatching. And so we're going to be able to solve that cell for 7. It's the only place left in that cell for a 7. And then come back here. You got this 5 and this 5. The only place for a 5 is right here. And then this 4, very powerful 4, cuts all the way through block 5 there. The only place left is right here. So now we can solve the last cell in block 6 right there. And then what you create here is a naked triple, right? There's only 3 candidates remaining here in the block, but it's also, they're limited to the same column. So this is called a blocked, it's called locked candidates, right? So the naked triple will not only count for the 1, 6, 7 here in the block, but also for the column. So 1, 6, 7 cannot be anywhere else along this column. So you have this 1, 6, 7 in the column and in the block. So the rest of the block can't be a 4 or 5. You can be a 2, 3, 8, or 9. Well, I have a 2, 3, and an 8 right there. So that means this cell has to be a 9. And with this 2 and the 8, this has to be a 3. So this leaves a 2 and an 8 left right here. We can't solve that yet, but we know we can solve this cell. It's the last remaining digit, so it has to be a 3. Awesome. And then if you look in here, we don't have a 4, so we can solve that for a 4, solve this for a 7. And I'll keep this here to remind me that this is that naked triple to kind of help us out. Eventually, we should be able to get some solving done with that. And so the next trick here, besides looking for naked triples, is you want to switch back to cross-hatching after you've added in a few more candidates. So with these 2 4s and this 4, the only place for a 4 in block 4 is right there. And so with these 2 4s and this 4, we can solve for 4 right here. And then we're going to have to hold off. The 4 can be in these 2 spots. We're not going to be able to solve that yet, but we'll come back to that. Now let's look at these 5s. You know, you got these 2 5s, and this 5 means a 5 can be right here. And then with these 2 5s and this 5, a 5 can be right here in block 4. And now with these 2 5s and this 5, we can solve for 5 right there. And we took care of all of the 5s. All right, now let's look at the 7s. There's something interesting going here. It's going to be another little tip I have for you. So the 7 cuts across here, row 3, and this 7 comes up, column 9. Well, now the 7s are limited to these 2 spots. That's called a pointing pair, and I'll color it. Let's go with green. What it means is that the 7s have to be here in block 3 in the same column 7. So a 7 can't be anywhere else along column 7 because it has to be there in block 3. So we can eliminate 7 from any other cell in column 7. And so by doing that, you only leave 2 possibilities for 7 here in block 6. One of them has that 7 there, so we can actually solve this cell now for a 7. So I wanted to show you that. we'll get rid of the pointing pair. And if you're not familiar with terms like pointing pair, naked triples, I made a Sudoku solving guide. It's free to download. Click on the pinned comment below. Start being able to solve puzzles like this even better. And while you're at it, subscribe to Smart Hobbies. I got new content 3 times a week just for you. All right, these two 7s will allow us to solve this cell now for a 7. So all we have left is a 1 and a 6 right there. And we'll see if we can get to solving that here real soon. Now let's look at the 3s. There's something similar going on with what we just did with the 7s. You got this 3 cutting across row 6, got this 3 coming up. So the 3s are also a pointing pair. I'll use the green here in block 4. So 3 can't be anywhere else along row 5. And now you have this 3 here, the pointing pair here, and this 3. We can solve this cell for a 3 now. Awesome. All right, I'll get rid of those colors and we'll get back. We know this is going to be a 1, 6. That's why I colored it to remind me. These two 3s and this 3, we can solve for a 3 here. And remember what I said, 4 in one of these 2 spots? Well, now we put the 3 there. We know we can solve the 4 in this spot. Awesome. And then with these 2 4s and these 2 4s, we can solve for 4 right there. We got all the 4s knocked out. All right, after the 4s, let's look at the 6s. I got these 2 6s. Means the only place left for a 6 and block 7's right there. And then we can use that to help us solve for a 6 here in block 4. Because you got this 6 cutting across. We got this 6 coming up. Guess what? And we have this 6 right here. We actually solved this cell for a 6, which means this is going to be a 6. And now we can solve our 6 and our 1. And so I'll get rid of the colors for that naked triple. And we're moving along here. All right, you always want to get back to cross-hatching to get the quick solves in. With those 2 6s, these 2 6s, we're solving for 6 right there. And so I'm going to get out of color mode and solve that cell for a 6. We knocked out all the 6s. Now let's focus on the 1s. Because we put a 1 right here, the 1 can't be there anymore. It can't be there anymore because of this 1, and it can't be here because of this 1. So we can solve this cell for a 1. It's going to be a hidden single. And then anywhere else we could put those 1s? Well, we got another pointing pair of 1s. So this 1 comes down. 1s can't be there. It's another pointing pair. I'll use the green. That's what I've been doing. I'm doing it to highlight. I don't need the colors for me to solve it. I want to show you the highlight here. All right, so 1s can't be in those spots because of the pointing pair. 1's cutting across here. We can solve this cell now for a 1. With this 1, we can solve for a 1 here, solve for a 1 here. And we'll come back and we know that this cell of the green cells is a 1. Awesome. All right, knocked out the 1s. Now, after doing the 1s, let's look here in block 4. So what we have here is a full house. And so whenever you have 8 cans filled out, 1 remaining, that's a full house. And so we know that the only thing missing here is a 2. We can solve this cell for a 2 with certainty. And then we're just missing a 3 and a 9. I got my 3 here. So here's your 3 and here's your 9. If you want to get some more tips on how to solve puzzles like this, check out my single cell solving guide. I go through all the scenarios of how to solve individual cells, and it will help you see these patterns and get much quicker at solving this Sudoku. And you notice we're not using any pencil marks, and we're getting through this championship puzzle really well. All right, now let's move on with some more solving here. Okay, after doing block 4, let's look at row 6. We got another full house. We can solve that for a 9. And after row 6, we can come up here and notice we got these 2s, which means we can solve for 2 right there. And with this 9, means a 9 can't be in any of those spots. We can solve for a 9 right there. Awesome. And now, with these 2 9s, you only have 2 possibilities left. Well, this 9 can't be here, so 9 has to be there, and then this is going to be your 8 to finish up column 2. We don't have a 8 over here, so we'll go for the 8 and the 7. So try to look for the most restriction when you're doing the solving. So we got a lot of restriction here, so let's fill out these 2 cells. I don't see a 7, so we'll do the 7 first and then the 3. Nice. And now you can see another full house. I don't see an 8 as I scan now, so I know that's got to be an 8. So here's your 8 and 2, if you remember that from the beginning of the puzzle. And then what are we looking for here? It looks like a 2 and a 9. I got my 2. So there's your 2. There's your 9. All right, and we'll come back up. 9 here means this has to be a 9. We're looking for 2 and an 8. I got my 2 here. So here's your 2. There's your 8. I don't have a 2 up here in block 6, so that's got to be your 2. And the last cell is an 8. I couldn't show you all my no-mark solving tips while doing this puzzle, but check this video out to get some more. Please consider supporting me through my Buy Me a Coffee page. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching.